Welcome. Here, we break down complex electrical engineering concepts into simple, practical, and engaging explanations. So stay connected with the world of electrical engineering.
Hello everyone. Today we will understand the working of a grid-connected rooftop solar power plant. We will explain the diagram step by step, starting from the left side. First, look at the sun. The sun is the source of energy. Sunlight falls on the solar panels and provides the energy required to generate electricity. Now look at the solar PV modules. These panels are connected in series to form strings. When sunlight falls on the panels, they produce direct current or DC electricity. This happens due to the photovoltaic effect. The output of each string is DC power. Next, the DC power enters the DC distribution board, also called DCDB. The DCDB protects the DC side of the system. It contains DC fuses which protect the strings from overcurrent and short circuits. It also contains a DC surge protection device. This device protects the system from lightning and sudden voltage surges. From the DCDB, the protected DC power goes to the inverter. The inverter is the most important part of the solar power plant. It converts DC power into AC power. AC power is required for grid connection and for building loads. The inverter also contains MPPT units. MPPT stands for Maximum Power Point Tracking. These units continuously adjust voltage and current to extract maximum power from the solar panels. The inverter also synchronizes its output with the grid voltage and frequency. Now look at the monitoring system shown above the inverter. A pyranometer measures the intensity of sunlight. Temperature sensors measure the ambient or module temperature. These sensors send data to the data logger. The data logger collects information from the sensors and the inverter. This data is sent to a computer for monitoring and analysis. This path carries only data, not electrical power. After conversion, AC power flows from the inverter to the AC distribution panel, also called ACDB. The ACDB provides protection on the AC side. It contains an MCB, which protects against overload and short-circuit faults. It also contains an AC surge protection device to protect against AC side surges and lightning effects. From the ACDB, power passes through a junction box. The junction box is used for safe cable connections and easy maintenance. Next, the power enters the LT panel. LT panel means low tension panel. This panel distributes power to the building loads and also connects the solar system to the grid. After the LT panel, the power passes through a bidirectional energy meter. This meter measures both exported energy and imported energy. It records how much solar power is sent to the grid and how much power is taken from the grid. This system is known as net metering. When solar generation is more than the load requirement, excess power is sent to the grid. When solar generation is less, power is taken from the grid. If the grid fails, the inverter automatically disconnects to ensure safety. Earthing is provided for all major equipment. The DCDB, inverter, ACDB, surge protection devices, and module structure are properly earthed. Earthing protects both equipment and human life. So the complete power flow is sunlight to solar panels, then DCDB, inverter, AC panel, LT panel, energy meter, and finally the grid.
Thanks for watching. We hope this video helped you understand electrical engineering concepts better. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Stay with us and stay updated with more videos on transmission lines, substations, and power systems. Until next time, stay curious, keep learning, and keep the power flowing.